The page without advertising, the page accessible from any section of the start page, the page where it all begins. The repeat page has 5 functional areas: the toolbar, including command menu, the page header area, the learning material area, the statistics area, and the pop-up button bar. Let's take a closer look at each area, starting with the header. The header area includes 3 fields and 1 button. 2 fields at the top define a set of learning material, or a deck, as called in some other applications. The third field defines the subsections of the set. All learning material in the application is divided into these 3 fields. For example, if we open the statistics section, we will see which sets or decks of learning material we have in the application. And if we click on any of these sets, we will see all subsections of the selected set. Next, let's look at the area of learning material. This area consists of 4 fields, 2 main fields and 2 additional ones. Together, the main field and the additional field form a semantic pair. The top pair contains a question and is related by meaning to the left field of the set. The bottom pair expresses the answer and is related by meaning to the right field of the set. The third field of the header area can be related to any pair depending on how you want to detail the set. For example, when studying foreign languages, we recommend using the third field to divide the set by language units, such as word, compound word, phrase, sentence. If you wish to refine the set, you can add subsections for irregular verbs, phrasal verbs, idioms, and so on. We recommend adding only key information to the main fields. Additional fields are very useful for saving clarifying information, which will help you narrow down the possible answers and keep the main fields clear without redundant information. It is not by chance that we have not yet described the purpose of the button in the header area. Now, having the above said, we will demonstrate what happens after you click this button. The set has changed. The lower and upper pairs of fields have been swapped. We will explain the statistics area in another video. Now let's look at the toolbar. On the left side, there is a navigation menu. By clicking the menu item back to the start, you will return to the application start page. By using the command find by form number 1 to number 8, you will open the search form. You will find a link to the separate video about the search form in the description to this video. In short, this form provides advanced search capabilities. On the right side of the toolbar, there is a command menu for the current page. By clicking the edit icon, we switch to pre-edit mode for the current page. In pre-edit mode, we can change the names of the fields in the header area by selecting them from the drop-down list. If you don't see the required name in the drop-down list, you can immediately create it. By clicking any of the 4 fields in the learning material area, we activate editing mode. Now we can edit any field in the header area. To save the changes, click the checkmark on the toolbar. All changes will be saved and the page will switch to pre-edit mode. If you don't want to save the changes, click the Cancel button on the toolbar. The changes will not be saved and the page will switch into pre-edit mode. If any of the additional fields does not contain text, then after clicking the Hide button, the page will switch into repeat mode and the empty additional field will become invisible. Pressing the Hide button again will activate the curtain, and the curtain will cover the bottom pair of answer fields. At the same time, the Hide button will also disappear. If you click on the curtain, the Hide button will appear again. By clicking the plus icon, we will add a new page, which header area fields will already be filled with the same information as on the previous page. By clicking the back button on the device, we can return to the previous page. The quick search button activates the search bar. When we type the text and click the search button on the keyboard, a list of pages will appear that contain the searched text in any of the two main fields. That means the search is done only in the main fields. Now let's open the command menu for the current page. The command Find Duplicates by field number 4 performs a search for duplicates in the main answer field. The command Find by field number 4 in fields number 3, 4, 6 and 7 performs a search of the text of the main answer field throughout any of the 4 fields of the learning material area in other pages. The command Duplicate creates a complete duplicate of the current page. Only statistics fields remain empty, and the label Duplicate is added to the additional answer field. Important note: in our application, 2 pages will be considered duplicates if their main fields are exactly the same. In this case, one of the pages will be automatically deleted when you return to the start page. To prevent automatic deletion of one of the duplicates, you need to add the duplicate label to the additional answer field after all comments, separating it by a space. Below you may see 3 commands that begin with split by. They are intended for working with large texts, and we will explain them in separate videos and save the links in the description of this video. The command Clear Statistics completely clears the statistics of a given page. If you don't set any repetition interval and exit the page, it will be automatically saved in the pending section, the Clear It subsection, with the codes starting from 930 to 949. By clicking the Delete command, you can delete the current page. To let you know, you can postpone the deletion of the current page by 2 ways. In the first way, if you type 999 on the interval keyboard, the page will be deleted when you return to the start page. In the second way, if you type 998 on the interval keyboard, the page will be deleted after midnight. The interval keyboard is located on the pop-up button bar. This button bar should be familiar to you if you have already watched the Quick Start video. It also contains 2 buttons that we mainly use when repeating the learning material. We click the left button when we cannot clearly and quickly give the correct answer. In other words, when I'm not sure or give the wrong answer, I click the left button. And when I'm confident and give the correct answer, I click the right button. The button in the middle calls up the interval keyboard. In short, using the interval keyboard, you can set any intervals as you wish, including intervals in seconds, minutes or days. We will explain all capabilities of the interval keyboard in great detail in the separate video, so check the link in the description and make sure you watch this video. And finally, I need to clarify the behavior of the pop-up button bar. If you accidentally swipe it down from the screen, first pull the page up and then down, the button bar will appear. In pre-edit and edit modes, this button bar is not available. Stay with us and watch all videos through the links in the description to learn the advanced capabilities of the Repetitul app. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more.